Green light! We have a green light! Constantine 2 is happening, and now it's official. Keanu Reeves is coming back in the main role, and we can say this is a huge win for DC in the superhero movies landscape. After years of holding out hope to return, we finally got some official statements, so stay with me until the end as I have some really interesting news to share with you. Now we're moving on with a short recap. Even though we know him best for starring in action classics like John Wick and The Matrix, the Hollywood favorite Keanu Reeves made it clear that he wants to join the superhero movie boom that now dominates the US. The fact that he took the role of the main protagonist in the 2005 Constantine movie just cleans the whole picture. This movie wasn't a huge financial success, and it was met with mixed reviews, but over the years its fandom has grown a lot. Constantine has developed a cult following over time. Now I want to spend a few moments talking about the previous movie.
Mr. Constantine, I'd like to ask you.
Constantine 2005 wasn't part of the trilogy including Alexander and Troy. It's about a man who can see the world behind the world, not about the emperor at all. It's about a man who's waging war against the scavengers of the damned. In the main role, Keanu Reeves is a depressed, chain-smoking demon hunter Constantine who lives above a bowling alley in Los Angeles. He has been able to see things that no one else could see since he was a child. Some are half devils and some are half angels. He knows that he's doomed to hell, so now he's trying to earn his way into heaven. Early in the movie, there's a scene where Constantine and his doctor look at his x-rays. Not a good sign, right? That's never good in superhero movies. "You're gonna die young because you've smoked 30 cigarettes a day since you were 13, said the angel Gabriel to Constantine. But he made more interesting announcements later on. The half-devils and half-angels are earthly proxies in the war between Satan and God. The most insane thing here is that there's a chance that Satan could win, even though you could think that God would be incomparable in this contest. Constantine's lonely mission is to cast the half-demons back to the fires below and track them down. He's surprisingly optimistic, just like Blade the Vampire Killer, taking in mind the fact that he's the only one in the city handling this issue and the enemy is much different. B-Man, who lives among the pin-spotting machines in the ceiling of the bowling alley, is Constantine's technical advisor. He's something like a Q in the Bond movies, loading Constantine with the latest weaponry.
No direct contact with humans, that would be the rule. Just influence. See who would win.
Overall, Reeves did a great job with the character. He might be an actor with a limited range in his career, but when you're on search for a handsome and confused disgruntlement, then he's the right person for you. Having said that, he also easily slipped into the role of Netherworld-weary demon slayer. Those familiar with Hellblazer comic book series and the caustic mouthy blonde Liverpudlian were disappointed with his moodier and let's say Californian version of the character. But he was smashing that like button. No really, he was a terrifically miserable sod to those who didn't care about graphic novel faithfulness. His demon slaying is merely to avoid a trip downstairs as punishment for the mortal sin and to facilitate his entry into heaven. I'll stop here about the first movie and focus more on what's coming next.
They call it the balance.
I need to see what you see.
Constantine 2 has been confirmed, so let's talk about the potential release date and the cast list. 2 years after Peter Stormare, or Lucifer from the original movie if you wish, announced on his social media profiles that the second movie was officially moving forward. This also came at the same time when John Constantine as a character had a number of major paths back to the screen. That would also include Abrams' creation and Constantine TV reboot at HBO Max, which was supposed to start filming in early 2023 but was scrapped in favor of the new project, The Sandman and Neil Gaiman's Netflix adaptation, in which they put Jenna Coleman's Johanna on Constantine's place. Many times in the past few years, Reeves said that he would be happy to return as John Constantine, and it couldn't be even more clear on his appearance on the Stephen Colbert Show, where he said, "I would love to play John Constantine again from the Constantine movie. I've tried, Stephen. I would love to." So yeah, as I mentioned before, the planned HBO Max series isn't moving forward, but J.J. Abrams will be the producer of Constantine 2, and this movie will possibly set up DCEU's Justice League Dark. The news for this movie broke in September 2022, so I'm not really sure when exactly they'll start filming. However, there are some insider statements saying that the sequel will be released in late 2023.
They see you. Understand?
When we talk about the cast, nothing has been confirmed yet. There are, however, some major players who should be announced very soon. The supernatural exorcist, demonologist, and the main protagonist, John Constantine, will be played by Keanu Reeves, that's for sure. And we might even see Peter Stormare returning to the role of Lucifer again. Director Francis Lawrence will be coming back to direct the sequel as well. Akiva Goldsman, the screenwriting veteran, is taking over penning the script this time around. Now the main question, what will be the main focus of the sequel? John Constantine is probably smashing that subscribe button just like you should if you haven't done so already. No really, in all seriousness now, Constantine is probably the most successful original by Alan Moore, who first appeared in the saga of the Swamp Thing, issue 37. Modeled on actor-singer Sting, this was a really interesting spin on magic in DC Comics, where most of the heroes are independently wealthy and come from the upper class. Constantine, on the other hand, is a complete contrast, made his money as a con artist and gambler, and was decidedly blue-collar working class. The 2005 movie ignored this legacy, presenting the character as a demon-hunting everyman with a holy shotgun. Now, after 17 years, when we speak about Constantine, we think about the character from the movie.
Into the light I command thee. Into the light I command thee.
Now about the sequel, the plot is still being kept under wraps. However, we can begin to start piecing together what the upcoming movie may look like. Thanks to the ending of the first 2005 action movie, in the 2005 movie, we saw a London setting and a blonde-haired hero compared to the original character from the comic book. American John, played by Keanu Reeves, banishes demons with the help of Chas, his apprentice, to escape his fate of going to hell. Having committed an unforgivable sin in the Catholic faith, suicide when he was only 15, Constantine is set to end up in hell once he dies. That day is fast approaching thanks to a terminal case of lung cancer. On the other side, Mammon, Lucifer's son, is trying to possess the psychic detective, Angela, and take over the Earth. So the storyline circles around the story where the hero is trying to save the world from an inferno. The movie ended with Constantine summoning Lucifer, Gabriel trying to kickstart Mammon's plans, and the world being saved from brimstone and literal fire. But we didn't see a happy ending here. Constantine committed suicide once again in order to get Lucifer's attention, but this time he was pardoned by God for his self-sacrifice. Lucifer cured John of his cancer and revived him, refusing to let our hero get away to heaven, leaving him on Earth to prove that he's a sinner at heart and to live out his days. Having said all this, the sequel will likely see Lucifer and John come head-to-head once again. The King of Hell will probably try to finish all this and take John's soul once and for all. We'll probably see Gabriel and his redemption plans, and I'm pretty sure that Chas will make a comeback in some aspect. And what do you think? What's your theory? Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.